All right, welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. We are going to lace up our skates today and take a closer look at this JT Miller situation with the Canucks.
Definitely a unique situation.
We've got some really interesting articles here, including Elliotte Friedman's 32 Thoughts, and I think some of this stuff that we're going to be going through today will surprise you guys.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
So it all started when the Canucks announced JT Miller was taking an indefinite leave of absence for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Pretty standard stuff, right?
Right.
But the reaction from everybody was anything but standard.
Oh yeah, it was crazy.
It really was, right?
Almost immediately all over social media.
So, I mean, I think the biggest thing that sort of tipped everybody off was when his wife, Natalie, deleted her Instagram.
Yeah, that was a huge red flag for people.
All right.
Seem odd.
And I think that's what really threw everybody into a frenzy. And then the speculation started running wild. It seemed like everybody was an expert on the situation, jumping to all sorts of conclusions.
Yeah.
Infidelity, marital problems, even a false pregnancy rumor circulating based on some old photo.
And that's the scary thing about the internet, eh?
I know.
How quickly a story can just completely get spun out of control.
And I think it really just shows the kind of pressure athletes and their families face under the microscope of social media.
Absolutely. And that was a good point brought up by Patrick Johnston over at the Province.
Yeah.
He had mentioned that one of the biggest reasons that Natalie had deleted her Instagram was simply just to avoid that negativity.
It's crazy that somebody would have to leave a platform entirely just to avoid the hate.
Oh, absolutely.
Then Rick Dollywall came out and shed some light on the situation, and he used the term reset when talking about what JT needs is some time and space to deal with things. He was pretty adamant in shutting down those rumors about any issues with the marriage.
Yeah, and again, it's important to remember these are real people dealing with real life stuff.
It's easy to get caught up in the sports side of things, but these guys are humans just like us.
Yeah,
So reading through Elliotte Friedman's 32 Thoughts column, one of the things that stood out to me was his suggestion that this could be related to burnout. And it's something we don't really talk about a whole lot, but it has to be incredibly taxing, both mentally and physically, to perform at that level for so long.
Yeah.
Especially for a veteran guy, right? This is his 6th season in Vancouver, 13th in the NHL.
You add in the travel, the pressure to win every night, the media scrutiny, and then throw in the constant barrage of opinions and negativity on social media.
Oh, yeah.
It really is no surprise.
Especially when you consider the guy was having a pretty decent season.
Oh, yeah, no issues there.
16 points in 17 games.
Yeah.
So this isn't a guy mailing it in.
No.
He's trying. And sometimes I think we forget just how heavy that weight of expectation can be.
For sure.
So this whole situation, it's made me wonder if this could be a turning point. Do you think we can start to shift the conversation to make it more acceptable for these athletes to open up about these struggles?
Well, I think it's absolutely a conversation that needs to be had. We're so focused on building these incredible athletes, but we don't really equip them with the tools to handle the mental and emotional strain that comes along with it. You know, it's still a very toughen up kind of mentality in the world of pro sports.
Yeah.
And that has to change because this JT Miller situation is not an isolated incident.
Oh, for sure.
We're seeing it more and more across all professional sports.
Like a wake-up call, really.
Yeah.
For now, all we can do is hope that Miller gets the space and the support that he needs. And I know Canucks fans, when he is ready, will be more than ready to welcome him back with open arms.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I think a big takeaway for everyone listening out there is that these guys are more than just athletes. At the end of the day, they're human beings with their own struggles and challenges, and it's important to remember that.
Absolutely. Beautifully said.
Okay.
And, you know, I think that it applies not just to athletes, but to everybody. Little kindness can go a long way.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the JT Miller situation. Until next time, you guys take care. We'll catch you on the next one of Take